Well, everyone, the AirPod Pro 3s just officially came out. So I'll give you a quick breakdown and a quick introduction on exactly how to use these particular set of AirPods. Now, I'm in love with these. I think these are really, really good headphones, and I'll show you from front to back exactly how to use them. Now, number one, on the exterior, you have your charging case. This is what your case is basically going to be. You're going to have your case on the exterior, going to have a little bit of an indent here, which allows you to easily open and close your case. So you can kind of grab it here. Then you'll also have a little LED indicator light. This light will basically blink whenever you basically turn it on or off, or when it's in pairing mode. It'll also show you to the type of battery life that you have inside of your case as well. Looking at the bottom of your AirPods, you'll have your charging port right here. You'll also have a little bit of a microphone situation, speaker grill kind of going on for your particular AirPod. Again, these are speakers, they're not really anything else. Now you also have the ability of charging these things up with a MagSafe charger. You can also charge up your AirPod Pro 3s with an Apple Watch charger as well. So keep that in mind. There's nothing else on the corners. The right side of your AirPods do have this lanyard option. So you can kind of put a lanyard through this little area right here if you really want to. So that is kind of a nice thing because you can attach a lanyard, you can go and kind of have it for your particular AirPods, and that would be a really nice thing to have if you ever lose your AirPods a lot. You can connect them to like your wrist or something and keep them that way. Now the back side of your AirPods, you have this little lid closing thing. This is where you can charge up your AirPods. So keep that in mind. If you want to charge up your AirPods, you can place this thing up just like this, and you'll be able to link up your AirPods that way. You can also charge it via the USB Type-C charger at the bottom. Now that is everything on the exterior. Now opening up the case, you have your AirPods. Now if you ever want to connect your AirPods up to a different type of device, if you have an iPhone or an Android, whatever you want to do, if you have an iPhone already, if you actually just kind of bring your iPhone close to your AirPods just like this, they will automatically start to connect. So you will see these pop-ups come up. If you want to connect your AirPods Pros 3s to your iPhone, just bring them close to your iPhone just like this. You can go through and you can go ahead and set them up. I think you have to be on iOS 26 to get these to work. So click on connect and you'll be able to do that. So if you click on connect, they'll basically start connecting. If you want to connect them via the old school Bluetooth fashion way, you can always go through and basically open up your AirPods for the first time and connect them that way. Or you can also go through, if you have the case open, let's say you've already connected them, you want to repair them, you can hold down on the front LED light kind of area right here, and you should be able to go through and basically get them back into pairing mode. So that's basically another thing you can kind of do there as well. Now with the AirPod Pros themselves, this is how they charge up. So these AirPods charge up once they are connected in the case. You can see this light kind of start blinking. If you see them blinking, that basically means that these things are now charging. To take them out the case, you can kind of pick them up just like so, and you can take them both out of the case and put them in your ear, so on and so forth. Now, for the AirPods themselves, you can see this is kind of what they look like. So they look like any other types of headphones. They are a little redesigned this year, which some people might actually like, some people might not like. I guess we'll see. The AirPods are set up a little bit differently. So you have the stem right here. So this is what the stem is. It's like this little bottom portion that sticks out. You have this area which basically allows you to kind of handle your active noise cancellation and all that stuff. And then you're also going to have your ear tips. Now starting with the ear tips, these things are completely customizable. You can go through and change these things out to a different type of ear tip if you want to. If you want to, you can basically go through, if you want to change these ear tips, you can kind of invert this flap thing just like this, which is how I typically do it. And then you can kind of just grab the flap just like so and kind of pull it apart. So that's typically how I do it. Be careful not to tear it. You don't want to peel it off. You want to kind of pull it off from the top. Now if you want to repair these ear tips, you can kind of find and align the ear tips. They kind of fit one way. So once you kind of align them, you can kind of just click them into place and you'll hear a little clip just like that. When you're ready, you can kind of put these things back over like the little ear tip thing, and then you'll be good. Then you can put them back in your ear. Now the ear tips also have this little side button. So both ear tips have this little indent button right there. This allows you to kind of click into it and kind of interact with your AirPods and the things that you're listening to. If you want to pause your music, you can just click at one time. If you want to skip a song, you can double click it, go back and rewind 3 times. So there's a lot of different things you can kind of do there as well. And then you also have a little microphone at the bottom. So once you're in your ear, you can go through, plug and play your songs that way. And that is another really cool thing that you can kind of do there as well. Again, these are completely customizable, so you can go through and customize the gestures and stuff like that. So it's really up to you. These AirPods also have heart rate sensing inside of them as well. So that's another really cool thing. Our AirPods, depending on how you set them up, you can now have your AirPods sync up that way, which is really cool. Now, going back to our AirPods, this is another really important thing. So you can see when you have them connected, you'll see your AirPods come up and they'll have the battery and all that. If you ever want to check your batteries of your AirPods, you can see them right within your AirPods settings or the settings application of your iPhone, or if you have a widget set up just like this, you'll be able to see your AirPods battery life that way as well. Now, I want to put the AirPods down for a second, and I want to go ahead and show you the iPhone settings app specifically for AirPods. Now, if you have an iPhone, this is basically how you can unlock even more features of your AirPods. So go through, open up your settings application of your AirPods. When you do that, you're going to see a couple things automatically at the top, but you're already going to see your AirPods setup right here. If you don't see them here, you can also tap into Bluetooth right here, and you'll be able to see your AirPods come up right inside of this panel. So what you can do is you can click on the eye next to here, or you can tap onto your AirPods name right up here, and it will take you into your designated AirPods settings app. So here's where you can unlock basically all your features of your AirPods Pro 3s. So what I'd recommend doing here is going through and following kind of these guidelines. Number one, live translation. That's that really cool feature which allows you to go through and translate things in real time. If that's something you're into, if that's something you want to do, go ahead and set up Apple Intelligence for live translation. You can change the name of your AirPods here. You can also change your listening mode. If you want to go through and basically turn on or off transparency mode, adaptive mode, noise cancellation, you have a lot of options here. So you can go right inside of the application and kind of modify those particular options here as well. Under hearing health, you can also go through and modify these settings too. So under hearing protection, you can go through and see if you want to, reduce loud sounds and those types of things. You can do that right here. Hearing assistance, if you want to enable hearing assistance, you can go through and modify that type of option here as well right here, which is really cool. And you can also take a hearing test. If you really want to take a hearing test, you can do that here as well. Now you can also press and hold your AirPods like that little stem button if you want to enable these things. And these are, again, customizable. So you can go right in here and you can kind of see exactly what you want to customize, and it's completely up to you. You can also go through and manage your call controls. If you want to answer a call, you press once. If you want to mute and unmute, press once. And if you want to end a call, you can press twice. So you don't even have to interact with your iPhone. You can just do it all from your AirPods. You can also set it up with camera remote. So if you want to have it to where if you basically want to start recording audio with your AirPods, you can now, or recording your videos and stuff with your AirPods, and you click it once. You can do that here too. You can press once and press and hold for your AirPods if you want to set that up. And you can also set up all these other things: adaptive audio, personalized volume, automatic ear detection, always keep that on. Your microphone, you can have it set to automatic. Pause media when you're falling asleep. This is another really cool feature that you can enable. And there's a lot of really cool things here. You can even enable head gestures, which basically if you are going up and down, or you're shaking your head yes or no, you can also kind of do that here. So that's another really awesome feature with AirPods Pro 3s. You can modify that here as well. And you can add them to your Find My network. You have your off listening mode. You can set your heart rate on. So if you want to turn on or off your heart rate, you can go ahead and enable that here as well, which is another AirPods Pro 3's exclusive feature. So there's a lot of really cool things inside of your AirPods Pro 3s. I'd recommend kind of just going through, getting used to it. Just go inside of your AirPods Pro 3s, jump right in. There's a lot of stuff that you can do inside of these headphones. They're very beautiful, but the faster you kind of, start using them, the faster you'll get used to them. So that's basically how you use them. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.